Abusia High Ghana News TV. So na Ghana man penia be de che Her Excellency Professor Naana Jane Opoku-Agyeman. Make us say no. Abi PM ewo Kempinski. Ha say na ne ekoso nyina ne se ekwan a Ghana fo bi efa so tu asase mu agudie a eye small scale mining a emfa kwan paso ebi tu no nsuo mu ebi etu no wo eye kwaya ye gya to ho a ye de ye preserve ya to ho no omutu wo mu no eno e na won ehwe na won aka won adwen abom ni titiriw eye Ghana yemra hye bedwa ene empanifo ahodo a ewo saa mansia ahodo a saa de ma no ekoso no mu omkom tie ku wa ha no ma hwe kwan a ombefa so atimi atu saa suban bone no ase na afi yenya nsupa nom da nkoma bi na yen forest no so atimi agina yen tabusua mienko inside ho na yen kohwe ne ekoso ha Ghana News TV so medin ene Nana Sefa hwen bobo mesro se ne ndedi kan ba hwe me na wa subscribe no wa share e de ama me abusua mienko.
Please be seated. Welcome Her Excellency the Vice President, Professor Naana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, our guest speaker to deliver the keynote address. Please put your hands together for our Vice President.
Thank you. Please take your seats. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Oh, good morning. That's better. Please allow me to refer to the protocol very well established. Thank all of you for being here and express my great honor and privilege to stand before you this morning as we gather at the inaugural Parliamentary Conference and orientation session on small-scale mining. On behalf of His Excellency the President, John Dramani Mahama, I extend warm greetings to each one of you, particularly our esteemed members of Parliament, whose dedication and commitment to national development remain pivotal in shaping the future of our great country. Also, allow me personally to congratulate each one of you for winning your seat and for all the good dreams you bring in moving our country in the right directions. Congratulations. Thank you. The theme for this gathering, restoring a culture of proper small-scale mining in Ghana, is both timely and imperative. It speaks to the pressing need for collective action in addressing the challenges of small-scale mining while ensuring that it remains a sustainable and beneficial activity for our people. Over the years, we have witnessed an alarming level of environmental degradation caused by illegal and irresponsible mining practices. Our forests are being degraded. Our water bodies are being heavily polluted, rendering our lands barren. This is not only a threatening gesture to our ecosystem, but has also jeopardized the livelihood of many communities that depend on these natural resources. All three water basin systems in the country are under real threat. We have lost 44 of our forest reserves to illegal mining activities, and it will cost us several hundreds of thousands of cedis or dollars to reclaim them. The public outcry on this issue is testament to the urgency with which we must act. Therefore, as honorable members, you are not only lawmakers, but also direct representatives of your people who are most affected by the impact of these illegal mining activities. We have seen the effect of pollution on our water bodies in the very communities we oversee. Babies born with defects or stillborns, and that is of particular pain to us women. To go through the whole process and have your joy curtailed is not something we look forward to. It is therefore fitting that we convene here today to engage in meaningful dialogue and orientation on how we can collectively tackle this national concern. The government of Ghana recognizes that restoring responsible mining practices require a multi-stakeholder approach, and this is why we have outlined deliberate steps to curb the illegal mining, regulate the sector effectively, and ensure that small-scale mining is conducted in a manner that benefits the economy and the local communities without compromising the environment. We appreciate that this is a battle that cannot be fought by the government alone, and we acknowledge the crucial role of Parliament, of CSOs, all of us, in shaping policies, providing oversight, and ensuring compliance within the constituencies within which we serve. In the past months since assuming office, our Honorable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Emmanuel Kofi Boa, has hit the ground running. Congratulations. And you have done so head-on, tackling the issue of illegal mining. Honorable Kofi Boa, you have engaged extensively with key stakeholders, traditional leaders, and security agencies to strengthen enforcement measures and identify efforts in reclaiming degradable or degraded lands. These are commendable steps that require the full support of Parliament, the full support of all of us. As we embark on this orientation session, I urge each one of you respectfully to approach it with a shared sense of responsibility and commitment. Our discussions today must move beyond rhetoric to tangible actions that will drive change in our respective constituencies. We must work together to ensure that small-scale mining is not synonymous with destruction, but rather an avenue for economic empowerment, job creation, and sustainable development. In conclusion, I extend my sincere gratitude to the organizers of this conference, our esteemed speakers, all participants, for your unwavering dedication to this cause. Let us engage constructively, deliberate effectively, and most importantly, live here today with a renewed sense of purpose to restore a culture of proper mining in Ghana. I want to thank you for your kind attention and wish all of us a wonderful day. Thank you.
Oh, you can do better than that. Put your hands together for the Vice President. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Oh, you can do better than that. Put your hands together for the Vice President. Thank you very much. Please be seated. So, having secured executive support at the highest level, we can now move with the speed which is required. So I'd like to quickly welcome the Technical Director of Forestry at the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, Mr. Joseph Osiakwan, to lead us in a technical presentation on the state of the small-scale mining sector. Please put your hands together for Mr. Osiakwan. Yeah, no. It's okay.
Hello. Themed as restoring a culture of proper small-scale mining in Ghana. I believe that Ghanaians have spoken loudly about their dislike of what has happened to our environment as a result of small-scale mining activities. His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama has made a promise to the people of Ghana to address the menace of small-scale mining done illegally and in a way that destroys our environment. He has appointed his minister, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, and clearly the minister has started taking bold steps to deal with the problem in collaboration with his colleagues at the Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Interior, and all the other sector ministers that need to play a role. In our discussions, we concluded that every small-scale mining activity is taking place in a constituency, in a geographical space that is represented by a member of parliament. And so the minister thought it appropriate to convene a meeting of members of parliament to engage them on how they can play a role to assist the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources to deal with the problem of small-scale mining that is destroying our environment, that is deforesting our forest, and that is polluting our waters. And so the simple object of this meeting is to engage colleague members of parliament, to mobilize members of parliament to support government's efforts to deal with the problem of small-scale mining. And so let me assure the Honorable Minister that we are here ready to engage with you and Her Excellency, the Vice President, on the way forward and what members of parliament can do to support the effort of government to deal with the problem of small-scale mining that is destroying our environment. So on that note, let me welcome all of you and wish that we have a fruitful, progressive, and useful deliberation. Thank you very much.
And we know the Vice President has many pressing engagements. So if she has to leave us, we will not hold it against her because she came at exactly 9. So what we'll do is that, yeah, but I don't want to be in the picture, so I have to move. Okay, wonderful. So the Vice President, the Majority Leader, Minister. Okay. So whilst we are doing this, you can be having your tea and doing President, Leadership of Parliament, and I will do the tea. Okay, they say we won't do tea. Go grab and come. Wonderful. Thank you. Panelists, join them. Panelists, join them. 3 of you. I want to. Oh, hold on, please hold on. I want the MPs from the. Please join. Very important. Yes. So, Takwa, Nsuayem, Prestia Kuni Valley, and the Sutifi North. Thank you. Ajay Mensa, please join. You are a senior citizen. Ajay Mensa from, is it Wasa? What? And a photo free. Last one. Thank you. Jomoro. And Honorable Collins Dauda. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Madam. Thank you. Can we move the conversation? Thank you, Honorable Ajay Mensa. Thank you. Female MPs who want to take a photo, you can do that quickly whilst we do the panel. Let's get settled for the restart of the program. Let's get settled for the restart of the program. Let's get settled for the restart of the program. Thank you, Excellency, for raising the occasion. The Vice President.
Abusianti Ghana Mampeni Abediche, Her Excellency Professor Naana Jane Opukwajibai. Hena Abusia, make us say, Wolfrey Kempinski no. You may dear, and penny for the shisha so now I'm making sure, sir. You be too a form more good year, quite passo. A small scale mining. One essence, I say, one essay forest a hodono. Abusianti, your Mampeni Abediche. Her Excellency Professor Naana Jane Opukwajibai and war corner.
Honorable Boa, thank you very much. My worry is the turbidity levels. They are scary. There's a limit to how much chemicals you can use to treat water. And you get to a time when even the chemicals that the Ghana Water Company and Community Water may have will not even be able to treat this water. Let's be real. In this room, aside from members of parliament, I see a lot of media. Please, this is the time to sing this song together and collectively and put politics aside. Otherwise, we'll come to a time when we'll be importing water. And I'm not sure we have the funds to even do that. And we should not even get to that point. So thank you very much for this initiative. My Minister for Works, Housing and Water Resources supports this initiative totally. And we'll work together to make sure that they are able to clean up this unfortunate mess that we have at our hands.
Give it to our win, because our win.
Thank the minister for this brilliant dialogue this morning. If it is anything to go by, I am the first MP after elections to make sure I stop the galamsey. I am the MP that has been banished by my chiefs because I'm fighting galamsey. You see, the issue is not about illegal mining. We are talking about pollution of water bodies and degrading of forest reserves. It doesn't matter it is illegal or illegal, because you have people who have concession to enter the forest. So you can't claim that one to be illegal, but he is destroying the forest. That is the issue at hand now. Most of the court cases are not being handled well because you have given prospecting license to the person to go and look for gold. How does he look for the gold? He must dig. He must mine to find the gold before he can do the large-scale mining. That is why when you send a person to court, because I was a former DCE, and when you send the cases to court, they ask you, you have given the person prospecting license. What does that mean? It means he is to look for gold. And the person is looking for gold, and you say he shouldn't mine. That is one challenge. Then you get a concessionaire with a large-scale concession with prospecting license. Every 5 years, he changes the name of the company. There is a company who has held a mining concession for the past 30 years and has never done any mining. So you go there and they are the same people doing the small-scale mining. Meanwhile, large-scale concession is not to do small-scale mining. So you will see that there will be that loggerheads between the indigenes who want to do the small-scale against the one having the large-scale concession. The same large-scale concessionaire will be doing the small-scale mining, which is against the law. So like the earlier speakers alluded to, if they can see those portions for the small-scale mining, and even if possible, take away, because you can't hold one concession for more than 30 years without any diligent mining or whatever. Then he will be there, oh, it's my concession. Then he is doing illegal activities against the small-scale miners. It makes it very difficult. So I'm happy Minister is blessing the MPs this morning that we should take the lead. In my quest to fight the galamsey activities, the issue was, we Naana, we have the land. You as an MP don't have the land. So now, as we sit here, people are calling me, people are in the forest. I tell them the land belongs to Nananum, so they should see Nananum. It makes it very difficult for you as a leader to take charge of some of these issues. So, Minister, my issue is before him. So from here, I will go to the office so that we look at how Nananum will reverse the banishment so that I can continue to fight my fight against the Galamsey. I have local task force people who are ready to fight the Galamsey without even the security.
Wow. Wow.
We need only to empower them.
All right.
If they get the blessing of the minister, we don't need the military or whoever. We can fight the Galamsey in my jurisdiction. Thank you very much.
So,
Berat,
just hold on.
Berat.
Can you give him a mic? Yes. Do you want to come up? You stand there. Give him a mic. No, come. We want to photograph you. So, come and talk a bit about what you've seen so far in the cocoa sector and what kind of support you need from MPs. Thank you.
Minister, I missed the microphone. Majority Leader, members of Parliament, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege and an honor to participate in this important conference. Restoring a culture of proper small-scale mining in Ghana is of immense importance to Cocoa Board. Honourable Minister, we witnessed a dramatic destruction of cocoa farms over the decade, with unprecedented intensity over the last 6 years. This is as a result of irresponsible mining in the cocoa growing areas by Galamsey operators and some unscrupulous registered mining companies. Thus, cocoa production in Ghana has been adversely affected by small-scale mining, ultimately diminishing the land under cultivation, level of output, and incomes of cocoa farmers. The importance of cocoa in this economy cannot be overemphasized. Besides its contribution to Ghana's foreign exchange earnings, the sector directly employs over 2 million Ghanaians with an additional 5 million indirect jobs. As of December 2024, and I'm happy that the Forestry Commission is also here, an estimated 30,000 hectares of cocoa farms have been destroyed nationwide as a result of irresponsible felling of cocoa trees through mining activities. And reports received in the past 1 month indicate that another 50,000 hectares could be at risk of destruction through mining and timber felling, as well as sand winning activities. This morning, right at the reception, I had an interaction with some members of Parliament from the Western North and Western regions who are here. And they indicated that they will be receiving complaints from farmers about the destruction of their cocoa farms by timber companies. And it appears that it's all over the country, timber, rubber, mining. And chiefs and landowners are selling these cocoa farms to these entities who intend destroying the cocoa farms for mining activities or rubber plantations or the felling of timber. Notwithstanding the Economic Protection Act, AFRCD 47, 1979, which prohibits the destruction of cocoa trees other than for horticultural purposes, the enforcement of this law has been weak. In addition, the penalty for destruction is not punitive enough to deter the destruction of economic plants, especially cocoa, in Ghana. And Honorable Minister, I'd like to bring this to your attention. The European Union and Japan have indicated that from September this year, they will begin testing for heavy metals, especially nickel, as far as our cocoa is concerned. And so, the premium status of our cocoa, which gives us extra money, is under serious threat. Because from September this year, they are starting with nickel. And this is the European Union and Japan. North America and most parts of Asia will follow shortly. And as a result of this, Cocoa Board will have to spend lots and lots of money to put up state-of-the-art laboratories at the Quality Control Center at Tema to be able to meet the standards and to be able to test for these heavy metals. So the testing is no longer for moisture and all those other things that we know. Now they want to test for heavy metals because of all the stories and the reality about the impact of illegal mining in the cocoa growing areas. So this is a direct impact that these activities are going to have on our cocoa. And we need to really do something about this. Now, we propose the amendment of this law. That's the AFRCD 47, 1979. And the associated compensation regime to provide adequate protection for cocoa. In the light of these distractions and the loss of investment, Cocoa Board has established a dedicated unit under the Office of the Chief Executive to lead and coordinate the fight against the distraction of cocoa farms. Since Cocoa Board began the enforcement of the Economic Plants Protection Act, a number of cases have been prosecuted in court. We believe that amendment of this act and adequate enforcement will be a more effective way of tackling the illegal distraction of cocoa farms in the country. The industry's major threat of illegal mining has introduced other problems such as water shortage and pollution in the mining areas, high labor costs, land degradation, insecurity, high cost of production, and low production. Last year, we did almost half of the legendary 1 million tons. And it means that the economy is actually taking a big hit. We're only fortunate that the prices are quite high. So it looks like the world market price then compensates a bit for the low production levels. And it's going to take us perhaps some 3 or 4 years to be able to ramp up production towards those levels. Cocoa Board, through the sector minister, will continue to engage Parliament and all relevant stakeholders to ensure the survival of the industry and protect the livelihood of our cocoa farms. Honourable Minister, I wish to seize this opportunity to seek the support of Parliament for the amendment of the Economic Protection Act, AFRCD 47, 1979, to protect cocoa. We kindly request Parliament to stand with Ghana's cocoa industry, especially the hard-working Ghanaian cocoa farmer, to protect the Ghanaian economy and our livelihoods. I'd like to thank you, Honourable Minister, for this opportunity. God bless.
Menu makwekwe sa sempa kania. Semenam na meti asempa na mo amane a na ma no keka me. Anyambia what ANS Trading Agency Limited nka. Sa wo ka say door to door for no de ani watwa. Esanse obi ne wa wo say won wo sa door to door business nim. Wo nneoma wo UK a wo de ko Ghana. Ana say Germany a wo de ko Ghana. 3 to 5 weeks e be kwa kodu nipa ne puno anu say try. Na de mo demonstration ko wo say adwuma de we mu ne say wo ho bo no. E da form say boko. ANS Trading Agency Limited. E wo air freight special service. Ana nneoma ne ye de be fa plane. Entintempa na akwa kodu. Obetima fa sa pra we ya so de nneoma free Ghana akwa UK ana Germany. FGG dem which na also agina ye na men drop bomb. ANS Trading Agency Limited pe and a 40 footer any 20 footer container. Ya for UK ediko Ghana ana Germany ediko Ghana. Omo manuoma ye mere import o export o dem there for you. Omo Ghana na money 0249 170 423. UK has over free 0790 802 7527. Germany 09173 771 2733. Ubenya ANS Trading Agency Limited. Our West Croydon ANS Trading Agency Limited. Quantum Brantam. Wana beboya baso. Maybe next time in your fill up from the bebro.